Yes. This DJ will kick the floor in 3, 2, 1.
On the troll.
Hello and welcome back to Mzansi. We're back. Here is that time of the night. It's a mixture of topics. I hope we cover them all. Right? But greetings to you, those who are still up and who are waiting for us to start. And yeah, we have started. We are here now. We are literally here, and we greet you. It's a lot of things happening around the world. I hope you'll be able to catch up. Take your seat, popcorn, and chill. Let us hear what Emily has in store for us. Definitely, we're going to have our view as usual as a channel, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's what we do. Emily, greetings.
Hi, Mr. Anonymous. How are you?
I'm a bit rattled, angry-ish a bit, but that has to do with football. And today I was working the whole day. Right. Yeah, so Hansi Flick just didn't pitch through today.
Who's that?
It's Barcelona coach.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's just decided to give 3 points away to PSG through his substitutions and all that. But it's a story for another day. I mean, I guess he's got to learn. You know what I hate about him? I like him as a coach, but he's too brave for my liking, you know.
Okay.
When as a coach, you need to have a bit of fear now and then, you know. We must take the risk, but also be risk averse. A bit, you know, just a bit. When it needs, when you are needed, you need to fear a bit. There must be a bit of Mourinho in you somewhere, somehow. But yeah, and then good news is that Kaizer Chiefs through today. Very good news. But let's not talk about football. Let us talk about what is happening around the world.
There's very interesting topics that happened today with the concerning South Africa, right? I don't know about the world. But South Africa on its own is a series that is never ending. Every day is new episodes. So today, the attention was on CIC, Mr. Malema, and that guilty verdict that he got. We're going to talk about that. There's a follow-up. Yesterday, we had questions concerning Nathi Tetto's case and what had happened to him in France.
Yeah.
There's a follow-up on that too. There's also another story with concern to the Madlanga Commission. But it's not much of a big deal. The postponement will be carried out until the 13th.
Yeah.
There are reasons for it. We'll get to them later. And hopefully, if we finish on time, we also want to talk about a DA-run municipality.
Question. Yeah, the corruption around that area. But just a question. Did Dumsani Khumalo carry his own stuff like Tlatlam Kwanas?
So there's a journalist who reported that yes, he did. He came with his own bottle of water on the first day, and the second day he came with his own cool drink.
Yeah.
That's what the journalists are saying. So we need to leave that conspiracy of thinking that something had happened to him. This type of poisoning though doesn't just only happen, you know, if we were
it's
to
not
assume.
It's not about food.
It's not about food.
I think you're too late if you are thinking about food only. It's about where you sit. It's about who you shake. It's about the pen. It's about anything that you can touch. It's a foreign one, I would assume, if there was anything like that. But I mean, we're not saying there is something like, we're just saying to avoid it when you are in a place that is prepared for you. It's as hard as avoiding, I don't know, stepping on the soil. That is how hard it is.
And I remember even the first day when Mkhwanazi came to testify, there's a gentleman there. I recognize him from being a commentator on the channels. And he was wanting to shake Mkhwanazi's hand. And Mkhwanazi was just keeping his hand in his pocket like this. It looked like it's rude. But, you know, it's protection. He was protecting himself.
That's all you can do. You try as hard as you can, but this time for me is not good. You know, these are times that are really difficult. And if you are on the other side, even if you are on the same side. But let's talk about something else. Let's continue.
So yes, after 2 days of reading the judgment there at the Eastern Cape, EFF leader Julius Malema has been found guilty in the firearms case dating back to 2018 after footage showed him firing a rifle at an EFF rally. His defense was that was a toy gun. In Mdantsane on the 28th of July 2018. So this is 7 years ago. In the footage, it shows him firing a rifle in the air, allegedly belonging to a security company of which Adrian Snyman, Malema's co-accused, was the director of that company. And the charges were related to breaches of Firearms Control Act, including unlawful possession of a firearm and ammunition, discharging a firearm in a built-up area or public place, failure to take reasonable precautions to avoid danger to persons or property, and reckless endangerment of persons or property. So he's co-accused. However, the man of no color was found not guilty. Andre Snyman.
He what?
The owner of the so-called alleged
Is
weapon.
he the one who gave him?
Yes.
He handed it to him?
What do you mean now?
I mean, he's the one who said, did Malema take the gun from the man himself?
Hey, I don't know. But the firearm belonged to that man. That's why he was co-accused.
Okay, that would mean that
With
the gun was
CIC.
his, not because of the company. It was just he was going to court as an individual, not as a company. Right.
Okay, you do raise a point.
So he went to court as an individual. That's what I'm trying to get. I'm not arguing. So if he went to court as an individual, that would mean that he's the one who handed the gun over to Malema, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you do that, I mean, we have talked about this, then you've got a case to answer also.
He does.
He does have a case to answer if that is the case. If he's the one who handed the gun to Malema, he's got a case to answer. Because you can't give someone your gun. You don't know if these people are licensed to actually first carry that gun. There are a lot of things that you don't know. So you are being reckless. Because as you are carrying the gun, you are licensed to carry the gun, the same gun.
You have rules that you conform to when you own a license of a firearm. And part of those rules, I don't think they include you handing out a firearm to a person who's not even licensed to handle that firearm or disposing of it like that to another person.
Yes.
It's irresponsible.
It is.
However, he was not found guilty. That was very interesting.
It's well and good. It's very interesting days.
It's interesting. And there's a footage of him speaking and addressing EFF members after. We only took out the part where he's addressing the court case in itself. He did speak about various things in that conference, even talked about what is happening at the Madlanga Commission and what has been developing. And also, he spoke about the entire case as a whole and his plans of what he's going to do in the future. He plans to appeal. Let's hear what he had to say.
Finding us guilty, but she released accused number 2, which is highly appreciated. because we know that from the beginning they've been looking for me. They were not looking for accused number 2. They were just playing games, and today they came out openly. As a revolutionary, going to prison or death is a badge of honor. We cannot be scared of prison. We cannot be scared to die for the revolution. So whatever they want to do, they must know we will never retreat from the ideas and the 7 cardinal pillars of the EFF. At the center of those is to expropriate land without compensation. So comrades, you must not be deterred. We live here highly determined. We are going to fight this up until the Constitutional Court. We are coming on the 23rd of January for sentencing, and after sentencing we will immediately put an appeal so that we can go to the higher court, because we think a judgment is faulty. The strategy has always been, you must try to charge Malema with everything. One day, maybe we'll find a racist judge who will find him guilty, whether he's guilty or not. Because they said accused number 2 gave me the firearm. Now they are releasing him, which means he didn't give me the firearm. Why are you not releasing me when you release a person you allege gave me the firearm? By releasing accused number 2, the whole case should have collapsed. But the racist was looking for me, and that's why they could not collapse the case for reason, to appease the AfriForum, to appease the Oval Office of Donald Trump, to appease all the white supremacists of South Africa who want to undermine the dignity and the struggle of black people. So fighters, we should not be discouraged. We should continue to fight, because this fight will not end today. We are going to the appeal, and we will go to the Supreme Court. Will end up at the Constitutional Court. We are not fighting the case. We are fighting racism, pure racism that we have been subjected to for 7 years. Mediocrity of the highest order. A magistrate who can read her own notes.
And he arrived and he examined cartridge mentioned in 4.13.1. And it was further marked I have no problem with that. At the moment, it's not the media, it's the lights, and it's affecting my eyesight. So not read for about 20 minutes. It will definitely enable me to pick up speed once we commence. So what is the suggested time to commence?
We should take half an hour. It's ready
I'm very bad. It's only because of the strain on my eyes and the lights here. Okay, so it's, let us say it's 10 to 1 by the time all agrees. Can we say 1:30 we will be ready in court to proceed? Thank you. I'll rest my eyes.
she writes down and can't read what she has written down. But if it was an African female reading the same way she was reading, it will be a huge criticism out there. But because it's white and we accept white mediocrity, there is no outcry and criticism out there. We want to take this opportunity to thank our legal team. They fought a good fight. They stood with us, and as we move forward, we are going to reinforce that legal team. We'll bring Advocate Mugai Toby as we go into the appeal and strengthen our case, because it is now beyond all of us. We need to strengthen our team and confront the system, and you need lawyers who are not scared of the system. So fighters, let's go back home
and fight. I know he's putting up a fight.
What fight?
The problem is, we've seen this before.
Oh, no, you didn't believe it when it was happening to others, right?
Yeah, and they were saying, change the constitution. The constitution now, there's something wrong with the constitution. And he was saying there's nothing wrong with the constitution. But this journey is about to be very interesting for him.
It's about to be a learning curve, to say the least. It's about to be a learning curve. He has had ample time to actually push for a different thing, in my opinion. What he's going to go through now, I'm going to say it in advance. There is no coming back.
It's going to be ugly.
There is no coming back. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be money wastage at its best, which can lead to other things that could actually be even more costly. You see the difference between manje yena nendoda leya senkandla? There is no hard evidence. I'm hearing him arguing that a person who was claimed to have given him a gun was released.
Yes.
Meaning that he assumed, therefore, that the case should have fallen. But is he denying that he had a gun in his hand? He has admitted that he had a gun in his hand.
There were inferences of how can you know that was a real gun? What if it was a toy gun? So that was the structure of the defense at the time when I was listening to it last year.
Yes, but he accepted that he had a gun, right? So, in a sense, they don't need the man that gave him the gun.
What are you saying, Mr. Malema? You're stressing us.
They have released him. They have released him now. Now they can call him as a witness. You know that?
What? Isn't the case done?
The next time.
When he appealed.
Well, if he appeals. Now he can come as a witness. Can you be released and be charged again for the same case?
No.
So you can come as a state witness now. See, the problem is that if you associate yourself with certain people, you are claiming to be fighting for certain people, you are bound to be compromised at some point. And the reality of who you were actually chilling with will now be highlighted. You understand? He is the one who was shouting the loudest about mediocrity, as it was claimed about Defo.
Yes.
He is now jumping into blackness also to represent him. He's now leaping into the defense. No, is leaping into the defense of the black people. You saying that if it was a black lady reading here like this,
that. Which is true.
But he's the one also who's been highlighting those things about the blacks.
When it came to what
yes,
he did before.
He's the one who's been highlighting the importance of how well articulate you must be as a black person. He's the one, and even said that that's why we go with at some point there was that argument about black lawyers, and then he said sometimes that's why people would go with white lawyers. You know,
actually, even in this case, he had a
white lawyer. Yes. And surrounded by some of the white security.
And that lawyer is representing, I think it's Katie Molefe on his bail.
So when we talk about these things, it sounds so bad, but I can tell you now, the journey that he wants to take is draining financially.
In Ameva. It's going to be very painful.
Yes, the magistrate, in terms of reading,
it's going to be financially
the magistrate, indeed, it didn't look good. The way he was reading, it was just, one can say, in my opinion, it's mediocre. How it was. We don't expect that with a judge. You know, you don't expect that. But it happened. It happened, and I mean, he's done his job, her job. Whatever that Malema claims he was doing, he has done it. And I can tell you, somewhere, somehow, in the very same book of law, there is a way they're going to defend that. And even worse now, when I would have advised you to say, continue with the lawyer of Nokal, you know, you're going to where now people are going to scrutinize you. There you are going to be scrutinized by the same black judges. Mostly. It's going to be a lot of them. Maybe if there's a white judge, it's going to be one, I can assume. I can already oversee the bench. And by so doing, you can almost see where it is going to go. Your own that you've been praising, it's not going to work. They've got you where they want you to be.
He's taking a different approach now. He's going to be recruiting Ntobi.
Reinforcing.
Yeah.
But they've got you where they want you. You know, they got him where they want him to be. And I think he gave them easily. So, whether now, from here, it's either you negotiate with whomever you think is targeting you politically, and you become their puppet properly, or you go down. In my opinion, that's where I see it. In many a times, I have felt that he had an upper hand, to a certain extent, that when he wanted something, in my opinion, he would just make that noise. And people would buy in. Yes. Yeah, people would buy into that. And like, for instance, how he made noise about Zuma and everyone followed. He had that influence. Yes. I think now we are at a stage where that influence is being taken away. Yeah. In my opinion. So I know it's still too early. But it can take 10 years. 15 years, 14 years. But the verdict will still be the same. In my opinion. The system has got you where they want you to be.
Because prior to this judgment, something weird happened. There's a representative of AfriForum who went to the White House. And he went with a book. A book that has been published by journalists that are writing about how CIC is corrupt and how he's implicated in corruption. They took that book to the White House and they were giving the judicial system an ultimatum, in my opinion, to say that if this verdict comes out with a not guilty, we are escalating the issue of Malema in the White House. So they are pushing for him to become declared as an international threat or something like that. So it was very weird when that happened. And even the publishing of this book on its own, it's reminding me of
Zuma.
dark times. Yeah. I'm seeing a similar
You see,
pattern.
the problem, when Mkutama said it,
He did say it.
that once they are done with Zuma,
They're coming
they're
for
coming
him.
for you. It's going to be a busy day. I know it looks easy right now, but it's going to be a busy day.
In
I can
fact,
tell you.
Mkutama wrote this in 2014.
It's going to be a busy day. Just watch. I know it looks small right now. It's a small thing. A small thing. From here, we are adding.
He said after they are finished with Zuma, they are coming for their stooges. Malema is next. End quote. It's not me. It's Andile Mkutama.
Yeah.
Back in 2014.
Yeah, they are coming. They are coming. Just don't worry. It's going to take time. And for you to realize that actually we are screwed. And then from here, I know one party that when it was time for him to actually, on this ad hoc, kick one of their members, he protected and said, no, they are not supposed to do that. I know one party that is going to start filing. Once that guilty verdict comes, is going to say this one is got a criminal record out.
Do you think they're going to kick him out of parliament?
Obviously. Where do you think this is going?
Oh, Lord.
Where do you think this is going? It's coming.
And he had so much mercy for that lady.
It's coming. It's easy, and that's how we get dismantled. Actually, it's a classical example. If you want to study it, it's a good time to study because it's still too early. Just watch and see. Watch and see how it works.
This case alone took 8 years. So you can imagine what the appeal is, how long it's going to take, the appealing process all the way to the Constitutional Court. It's going to take
Exactly.
a
We
long
are right,
time.
sis. We are right, sis. We don't fight with. In fact, to add to that, we fight for the enemy. The enemy doesn't need to fight us.
Yeah.
We become their vessels, and
There's
then we
always one of
fight
us
for them.
available to
Yes.
do the dirty job.
That is how it is. So, but right now, I think he probably gave them what they want on an easy way. It's the easiest, because for so many years it's been difficult to get him
Yes.
nailed down.
Yes.
It's like, okay, you have this person, okay, this person, you can talk to this person if you want to and negotiate. But the problem is that there are a loose end, in a sense. Anytime they can burst.
Yeah.
Now, in my opinion, you've got something. So if he's let go, he's got to give something. And that's how, even now with the genuine, that's how it is. We see it now. We see it how the what is it? The Patriotic Alliance worked its way back with classical example. In fact, a textbook pattern for me how ANC worked around their members if they are found in a compromising position.
Yay.
It cut and paste. Poo. Everything is reinstated. Back to square one. That's how it is. It's no longer about us. Whether we think that person should be there or not, it's immaterial.
It's immaterial.
It's about now chess game. Give me this, I give you that.
People are bargaining.
Yes.
People are negotiating. People are cutting deals. People. It's no longer about people. that whole thing of we put you in office, it's not working.
Unfortunately, it's about the people who support the party now. They're gonna feel how it feels actually to be called a criminal while you know you're not a criminal. That is how things are gonna be from now on. How the former president was arrested. Lucky for him, there were people who really fought his battle outside.
Yes.
Let us see how far the CIC and his people can go.
Okay.
But from now on, it's gonna be strenuous.
Throughout this trial, Malema has been very vocal about how things were supposed to run in court. I remember he was lambasting the magistrate at some point for arriving late.
Yes, I remember that part.
He was saying it's been 5 years or 6 years of him attending this trial, and every single time that magistrate had been late. Even while he's on the stand, there was some attitude that one would say he was giving to the prosecutor, right? He was very combative and he was defending
That's
himself.
how you expect him to be like that.
Yes.
I mean, if a fighter, that's basically how you expect him to be like that, to be robust. And
He was very robust. So the NPA came out with a statement protecting, their prosecutor, to say that since the matter was enrolled 4 years ago, the prosecution meticulously presented its evidence by calling 19 witnesses to prove its case beyond reasonable doubt. That's what they're saying, NPA. And after the state closed its case, Malema and Snyman subsequently made application for a discharge in terms of Section 174 of the Criminal Procedure
they
Act.
had to deal with 174.
Which was dismissed by the court.
Eventually. Do you see how long that process, how long it changed the situation?
Yeah.
Now, they got you where they want you to be. I don't care what anyone said. See, the problem with the position that is at right now, it's either you give in or you fight. And the problem is you're fighting a well-oiled machine that is going to distort each and every cent that you have. Until you've got no one to pick up.
Because already there were even publications that came out about his properties. Once you start seeing such things happening,
you are being criminalized.
Aye.
The campaign has started. You are being criminalized now.
Books have been published. It's almost like they're baiting him. One of the journalists even went to a mainstream media publication to say that we challenge him. If there's anything he says it's false, he can go ahead and sue us. I'm like, oh my God, they're baiting him with court cases. They want to drain him financially.
Exactly.
They want to drain him. Remember, he's not in the GNU. He's not getting the perks that the other GNU people are getting.
Yes.
So he's
just
getting
a parliamentary member.
Yes, payment for being a member of parliament. Everything else is coming from his businesses or whatever
now
else
he's going to fight. You see what's going to happen? He's going to fight. When he fights, they're going to start scrutinizing the finances. Where is he getting the finances to fight? Where is he getting the what to fight? Man, this is a well-oiled machine. Just watch the space.
Even the former president, at some point, they denied him money for legal representation when what's his name? The lawyer who represented him at the Zondo Commission matter, Skakan. When Skakan came into the case, Skakan was saying in another podcast that they denied him payment because it was him now. The payment stopped, so the former president had to source private funds to be able to pay him.
Now that's how it's gonna be.
So a lot is going on.
A lot.
He's about to embark on a journey. Fighters, stay strong.
Yeah.
Kukude phambili.
And that therefore is going to disturb your campaign also.
And it's also going to interfere with your campaign.
It's going to interfere with your campaign. You're a more solid person being put into these process, it's gonna drain. So that we I'm just looking ahead.
You're gonna need to stay strong.
I wish as Africans, we speak and do things as Africans. And if we were to do that, we are the most powerful a group of people. But unfortunately, watch the minority, how they are going to work together. Each one is going to come with something. Each one of these minority, whether they come from different parties, but somewhere, somehow, something is going to give. And then there is this group that is a middle. Watch them. What is going to happen? There's a group that is, there's a party that is this side and this side. They also have their own people. They are coming. Watch and see.
I wish you could tell us what that party is.
That party is going to be with the minority. That's all I can tell you. The party is going to be with the minority. Watch and see. Watch and see. And you see what is painful is other parties that are not with the GNU. They're going to fold their arms and watch, because one way or another,
it's been hostile.
Yeah, he has created enemies. One way or another, they are just gonna fold and see. So that's it. That's it. But let us watch and see how
everything unfolds.
It's a green part. It's a green part, not the green. The one that they say it's always the tribalist one. The green, the other green, not sweet green. It's sweet green, and then there's a bit light greenish. Yeah.
That green.
That green.
Hey, yeah. All the best fighters.
Oh, and the yellow is gonna be on the other side. It gets even worse. Because the yellow.
For some of us, this is like round 2. Because we've seen this movie before and it took over a decade.
My worry is that he was stronger with the people that left him.
Yeah.
Maybe he stood a chance in terms of mobilizing, even if somewhere, somehow he gets hiccup and he get caught, and then they do what they did to Defo. They take him to jail. Because I can imagine the day when they say it's a judgment day, they can do something drastic. Don't just go there to relax.
Especially
the gang
if it
that you need,
conform to what they want.
Your Floyd, your who's this? Both. Almost the gang that you need when things are like the Ondlozi. They'll be broadcasting Power
FM.
Power FM. What do you think
of
what happened?
He has a microphone now.
Hey.
Yeah, we could make our Madlanga Commission.
Yes. So, but it's definitely going to discuss this because it's part of politics. So that is the problem. That is the problem. A group that is left now, I don't think, in my opinion, has much power outside without him. They have power, but they need him.
Hey, it's tough.
All right.
It's
fine.
tough.
I'm done with this part. Don't want to talk more.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Let me leave it. The next topic.
The Madlanga Commission has been postponed to the 13th of October 2025. So it's like a week of a break. Apparently it was scheduled. However, they're also talking about a break that Commissioner Baloyi needed to appear at the JSC. So National Police Commissioner General Fanny Masemola said that Lieutenant General Khumalo is currently receiving the best medical care. The commission will be taking a scheduled break from the 6th to the 10th of October due to the unavailability of Commissioner Sesibaloi, who will be attending to her duties as a member of the Judicial Service Commission, the JC. So this week, the Commission's public hearings would have continued until Friday, the 3rd of October, 2025. But when the hearing resumed at 9:30 in the morning, Justice Mbuyiseli Madlanga adjourned due to the inability of Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo to proceed with his testimony as a result of sudden illness. Apparently, he arrived in the morning, but then he started feeling ill, and then he asked, or they rather recommended that he go see a doctor. So there's also an update coming from General Fani Masemola on the condition of General Khumalo. He also gave an update on the condition of General Khumalo. General Fani Masemola wishes to inform the public that the Divisional Commissioner for Crime Intelligence, Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo, is receiving the best medical care after feeling unwell this morning. The general felt unwell after arriving at the Bridget Mabandla Justice College, where he was due to continue with his testimony. General Masemola is in contact with the senior officer, and he has confirmed that he's in good spirits and taking health advice from his physician. So the general's health is receiving priority, and the Madlanga Commission will be kept abreast of all developments pertaining to his condition, as well as when he will be available to continue with his testimony. So this was kind of a shocker. I held my breath in the morning. I'm asking myself, what is going on?
It's difficult to talk about the sickness of someone, but I think we've been through this with the case of Senzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to wish anything. Let me just say,
let's hope for the best.
Yeah, he comes back.
So yes, now we're going to continue. There's more updates that have been coming from Nathi Tetto's situation there at France.
Yeah.
You know what the weird thing, Mr. Anonymous, is?
What is it?
You know, social media is a buzz when something like this has happened.
Yeah.
But social media coming from Paris is silent.
Yeah, maybe they are busy fighting for their country.
And where they are estimating in that hotel that he could have been found, there's a swimming pool. Right. There's a swimming pool. And it looks like it's a swimming pool that everyone in the hotel has access to.
Yes.
No one saw anything.
Yeah.
So apparently his wife received worrying messages from him in which he expressed a desire to take his own life.
What was the reason?
According to the Paris prosecutor's office.
What was the reason?
I don't know. So authorities say that the 50-year-old diplomat had been missing since Monday evening. His wife reported receiving a message from him in which he apologized and indicated his intention to die. Early on Tuesday, his body was discovered in the inner courtyard at the base of the Hyatt Hotel in Western Paris. Tetto had stayed on the 22nd floor of the hotel. Prosecutors noted that the room's secure window appears to have been forced open. French investigators have not yet released a final conclusion, but they're saying there are no signs of a struggle or indication of substance use. Tetto was appointed as an ambassador or in his ambassadorial post in France in December of 2023. He had previously been a minister of police and served as a minister of sports, arts and culture as well. So the South African government has expressed deep sorrow over his untimely death, while French authorities continue with their investigation into the precise circumstances that could have led to his death. There are very strange things that have happened, especially with concern to the forcing of this window. Other reports are also saying that he had booked that hotel 10 days in advance. He had told his wife that he was going to be attending some gala dinner on Monday evening. But then the wife says that she got disturbing messages from him.
She said she was going to attend a gala dinner without a wife. Does it happen that diplomats, they go without their wives?
It's rare. It's rare. But maybe he didn't want his wife there. That's why they're saying maybe he was planning this allegedly. But
bona wesinsikhathi, let us exclude that theory of what we have been seeing, people mysteriously passing away when it is convenient. Let us exclude that theory. But to think it outside the box, I think we might have overstepped.
Okay.
We might have overstepped somewhere as a country. And I'm worried that we are too relaxed. Because,
going around in a foreign country with no security.
We are too relaxed.
Oblivious.
My research is something, don't undermine indawo kaNkulunkulu. I undermine indawo kaNkulunkulu. Izwi kaNkulunkulu elithanda umvele kuqala. I'll undermine impela lishange top intelligence. So ke akukho kunye engakusho ukuthi ilokho nje nothing much. Angithi asivula amaBhayibheli kuphela siqhubeke sifunde. eBhayibhelini konke okwenzekalayo sikubeka ezandleni zikaMdali. Uye kuphela ngizokhuluma ngesiZulu ngoba manje ngifuna ukukhuluma ngesiZulu. Uye kuphela uMdali futhi ke mawulikhola konke kwenziwa uyempela uMdali ngoba phela kakhulukazi mawuthinta indawo ethandwa uMdali kangaka, uyabona? Yabo. Zoyibeka nje lapha, angifuni ukukhuluma izinto eziningi. Ayithinta indawo ethandwa uMdali kangaka.
While French authorities
touch not the what? The anointed.
Touch not the anointed, yes.
Yes, touch not the anointed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Touch not my anointed. The charlatan preachers like this verse a lot. When you start asking questions, touch not
my anointed.
My anointed,
yes, because
they don't like it when you're asking questions.
Sandra.
So while French authorities conducting their investigations, South Africans are left grappling with a narrative that feels disturbingly familiar. Another prominent figure connected to sensitive inquiries about unexpected death. Another round of speculation about whether the official story holds water.
Look,
what we know is limited but significant.
That thing, I've crushed it in my spirit. Why I crushed it? There is basically no evidence that says this is what happened. Exactly, financial. This is, those things. So why would you then decide to say, the only thing that I'm going to decide is that there was a fiddling with his position
and crime intelligence matter,
and that's it.
The crime intelligence head
so
at
it
the
shouldn't
time
be actually
was stopped
yes.
from investigating Richard Ndluli.
It shouldn't
or arresting
be.
him.
It shouldn't be that therefore, and then people, because of that, can... No, let us not be kids. I mean, we have a situation here where the whole ministerial position could have been run by someone who's not the minister. Everything is fine. This is South Africa. Everyone is still out. Everyone is fine. We're chilling. I mean, why would all of us... Think about it, man. Think about it. You see, the smart part of it is being able to correlate these timelines. And yeah, that is, to me, that is amazing. That is amazing.
And it's weird because you book a hotel 10 days in advance or 10 days before, and then you go to that hotel on perhaps the 8th or 9th day after your booking.
Yeah.
And on the very same night, something tragic happens.
Yes.
The timelines.
And the timeline of what is happening back home. You could be called to, and you could be, remember, it is not even you were going to be called. You could be called to come and answer.
Yes.
And then the coincidence after that and everything that is happening, which then is making people to speculate about everything else. I mean, we have seen a lot in South Africa. But no, man, think about it. I mean, this is like water under the bridge. Basically, there's no meat there for someone to say, oh, because of that, hey, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. I mean, even the message there is not clear. It's not saying, hey, because 1, 2, 3, hey, 1, 2, 3. I mean, unless then people have got a different message that they allege that the wife said she was sent. I don't think that is the case. But I don't want to talk about these things a lot. Yeah. Welcome, NKD. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining membership. It's been a while since I've seen someone joining membership. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So what IOL published, or rather questions that they put out there, was that they were saying that what we do know is everything that matters. The content of that message, or what we do not know about this entire incident, is the content of those messages, who might have had access to his room, what security protocols were in place, and crucially, what specific the forced window presents the most glaring and unusual thing to ever happen. So modern hotels, particularly those hosting diplomatic personnel, apparently they typically have windows designed against accidental openings. For such a window to be forced open suggests either determined intent from within or external interference.
A foul play.
Neither scenario comfortably supports a straightforward narrative that he
you look
ended
at
his
that
own
place
life.
Somewhere, somehow there should be cameras, but I can almost tell you now, in my opinion, I don't think you'd ever see the camera,
the footage, any
camera. None of the cameras that were there could have captured the situation, perhaps.
Sure. So I also did a special report on this issue because a lot of journalists are debunking the skepticism, in my opinion. You know, they keep mentioning this thing. You know, there are conspiracies online that every time they ask someone a question, they have to put that in there to say that people are now coming up with conspiracies. And I just find it very troubling that all of you are basically using the same line before you either report on the story or you speak to someone asking for their opinion on the story. Somehow you have to slit it in there and call people conspiracy theorists when they are just merely asking questions and are expecting the due diligence coming from your side to fill in the gaps. I don't understand why the reporting that's coming from fans is so old-fashioned.
will tell you a few things. That perhaps the power is too big, and speak less about it. You should be fine. That's what it tells you, in my opinion. The power above is big. Let's continue.
So you want to move to the next topic?
Thank you.
Oh my God, all the prep I made for this part. But yeah, Mr. Anonymous doesn't want to talk about it. Let's move on.
This one is not your local type of vibes, in my opinion. It doesn't, it's not something, you have to speak and move.
You have to touch and go.
Touch and go.
Okay, time will tell. But another interesting development that came through was also the brother of Nathi Tetto. He also has questions pertaining this issue. It was very interesting to come across an article where he's saying that he doesn't believe that his brother did that. He's saying that he has faced, apartheid, and he has faced some of the most intense situations during that time. There's no way he would be afraid to come and testify at the Madlanga Commission should he have been called.
Well, echoing what I just said now.
That's what the brother said.
So you're also echoing what I said.
I'm paraphrasing here. I'm not saying it for word, but that's the gist of what he said. So he's asking that more investigations are done into this issue.
He's asking France.
Yes, coming from the France. Yes, coming from the French side, to give them a proper report of what exactly happened.
Imagine ungishange empama bese ngithe imfita was investigate lapho. Shange empama. Okay, all right.
Mr. Rosa. It
I'm just thinking, I'm just thinking, Gucci. Yeah, there's gonna be investigation and all that.
They just want closure.
It's very hard if you're in a foreign land to actually get close. It is hard here in South Africa. Look at Senzo's mother. Already from how this thing is reported, there's the closure you can get is to get the body and bury the body and then hope for the best.
My goodness. Can we take a break? Maybe take a few calls if any of you are available to call or anything like that.
Take a few calls?
I feel like I need a break to digest. To digest everything that I've been saying. So you're not up for calls? You don't want them to comment on the situation?
Yo.
No?
Yo. Yo. They are woke members here. Dangerous. As for that, we are not born yesterday. People are able to do strange things, including orchestrating things. Are you hearing that? Are you hearing that?
I'm listening.
Yeah, so someone is talking about Gavin Wassin and all that. Makosi used to. So, but wait, I've submitted my part. I'm with the family here in terms of saying the man has walked through difficult times then.
Much more difficult times.
This was just come and answer, that's it. It's not like you go, all of a sudden you, come on, think about it. You're in court. You guys are in court. You guys are leading. You're in court. Against the most feared thingy in the world.
Yes.
They don't play around.
No.
Hey, Wena. Go and do research on their intelligence.
The brother is saying that, he was a brave man who endured torture and all forms of brutality at the hands of apartheid police. Therefore, there's no way that he would be or would have taken his own life. In his word, and I quote, he said, "My brother would not have feared appearing in front of the Madlanga Commission to answer for any allegations against him. He was not a coward, as the family would dismiss any suggestion that he took his own life to avoid going to the commission. All we are calling for is a thorough investigation of the mysterious circumstances around his death, especially as head security." So he also wants to know about the security detail. Where were they? What were they doing? And how come he was alone?
Hey guys, Nina no number one, Nina nihambe nofaka abantu ecourt. And fakanga nje noma ubani lapha. This is not just a yabona. Lapho thinte ngqo wayo ke manje White House. Umbona ngamehlo usathana. Yabo. So ngifuna ukusikhulumisa ne.
Yeah. It's very difficult when you dig the information on the internet.
Just bought part of this same platform that we are talking about.
Yeah, they did. They bought a huge chunk.
Very hard.
I think it's
I don't
about
know if
40%.
you guys know.
Do you guys know that?
40% is sitting that side of Christian now.
And so it's a lot. It's a huge chunk.
So we can't be talking much. Next thing,
we are no longer. You are no longer singers.
hey. Hey guys.
So yes, another news report that came out today. Eshushu eshisai kuthiwa there by the Cape Town municipality, it's going down. Arrests were happening today, searching and seizuring. SAPS is busy that side at the municipality. They were conducting raids and stuff. So the police are working in 2025. Yeah, it seems like no one is safe. It seems like no one is. In fact, the ANC in Cape Town called for the municipality accounts committee to be open to the public. I also didn't know that the municipality accounts were not open there, that side, to the public. Haibo. Following police's commercial crimes investigation unit search and seizure raids at 26 properties within the city, police say that the operation is linked to contracts awarded by the city amounting to 1.6 billion rands.
White collar crime. Sikhuluma ama-billions manje. Hayi nilokunilwa lapha nibanga izinto ezincane lapha isinkwe esincane nje amaqathe esinkwe. Nelweni ukuthi kuphume u300 million. Wow, ngazi kanjani uvusikhethi what not. Uyabo. So naco into sikhuluma ngayo ke manje ke. Billion.
And you know what? Hainabuso le. It doesn't have a face. It doesn't have quadruple articles online.
Forget. You will not see that. You will not see that. You'll Google and Google and Google. Google until Google tell you, hey, stop it now. You are entering a wrong territory. Stop.
You know what I've noticed as well is that when we are focusing on something, this crime, it pops up in the papers and we're not really paying attention.
And it fades.
And then it goes away. Oh. Do you know how many horrible, scary stuff I've heard? Court matters that are in court that are done.
But clean municipality. Press they clean lava. They don't do things, and the cock. Billions lapha billions lapha manzi lapha lokuzaneni nje le lokish le la khona ahamba phansi lapha ku dust uzwa ke manje nanso ke crime hayi ndaba okudlala 6 billion
this is a serious
nanso ke crime hayi ndaba okudlala lokhu nithi hey une crime nisho abantu beyithathela 800 million bezenzela umgaqo yabo befaka ama lokhuzana what do you call ama paving yabo lonto le phela kanjalo ithi hayi une crime hey yabona la 6 billion uthi nya
1.6 billion
sasa those people they will be capturing us. Those people, God, they're gonna be rich, pal. They'll be billionaires, and then they come back and invest. They give one part. They go to parliament, represent our voice, make sure that you have got chairs and all that, and then after that, we have a mushrooming part that comes through the name of Smith, Van Stroy, what, yabo.
So the police have executed a large-scale seizure operation at 26 addresses across Cape Town metropolitan area believed to be triggered by a whistleblower information about tenders and contracts worth 1.6 billion rands. According to police spokesperson Colonel Andre Trott, the Commercial Crime Investigation CCI. This is the one I didn't know. CCI unit in the Western Cape, supported by detectives and external stakeholders, is carrying out this coordinated search and seizure operation. So the operation commenced during the early hours of the 30th of September, that's yesterday, and the intervention follows information received from a whistleblower and subsequently preliminary investigations conducted by both the City of Cape Town Municipality and SAPS. The identified addresses include business premises, private residences of municipal offices or officials, and locations linked to individuals and entities that were awarded contracts by the municipality. He added that ongoing investigation concerns contracts to be approximate value of 1.6 billion rands, in respect for which search and seizure warrants were duly obtained. So the operation seeks to secure both documentary and electronic evidence to establish the full extent of alleged fraud and corruption. This coordinated effort underscores the commitment of law enforcement agencies to decisively address corruption and safeguard public resources. SAPS calls on public and stakeholders to allow the investigation teams the necessary space to conduct their work without disruption. I don't know about this. The city added in a statement, in line with the city's zero tolerance approach to fraud and corruption, City Forensic Services took swift action to assess and report the matter to SAPS, who then undertook a search and seizure operation. Operations took place at various addresses, including business premises, municipality buildings, and private residences. More details will be made available by SAPS as the investigation progresses. Sonia Mkumbula, Ugoko mama loya sisi loya radio eti, we know that this party is also having allegations of corruption. It's like, where's the proof? Where's the evidence? How can you say that? How can you
It's not crime.
say that?
It's business. It's not crime with them, it's business. You know
Where
what
have
I
you
like
heard
about
that?
them?
Show me now.
You know what
Show
I like
me
about
now
them?
Where you say?
You know what I like about them?
What do you like about
Them people.
Yes.
When they bid for these tenders, they bid as a group, different groups.
My God.
Then whoever wins, I get an email.
Yes.
He shares with everyone. So you're gonna come with your truck and all that, and they don't need to kill each other.
Because even now, you're not hearing scandals. You're not hearing scary stuff.
You
like
know what draws people to us? We eliminate. Literally, we
literally.
we remove you.
Because I remember the description of what has been happening with Vosmosiket Matlala. Allegedly, everything is alleged, but let me paint a picture here. They're saying that he bids for a tender, right? Allegedly, the tenderpreneur who's at...
Where are you getting that information though?
Online.
Online, okay.
I'm getting it online from the reporters because they
Alright.
give examples of what's going on. So let me not use him as an example because it's going to seem like he did the same thing.
Yeah.
But what is happening in the tenderpreneur space? What is happening is that you'll find this big one who's got money, who's got resources, who's got, stuff that can assist in getting dirty work done. So they bid for the tender. And then they find out the other bidders of the same tender. And they take them out so that they're the only ones remaining with no competition, and automatically the tender is awarded to them. So whether the paperwork is all right or whether the paperwork is fine or...
Doesn't matter. As long as the competition
I'm
is
the
done.
only man left standing. Give me the tender.
I'm the least better.
This is why
While on the other side, that's not how
I'm
it
not a
works.
fan of tenders.
All of them, they come with proper papers.
Yes,
Whether they get them
supply.
right and they supply
they
them.
eat by being the supplier.
And the agreement is made to say, okay, if you get it, whoever gets it, make sure that we all
Eat.
eat. That's why you'll never hear the noise. That's why you will hardly hear them. They can go billions and billions and trillions. You will never hear it. The only thing you'll catch them on is if they said they are going to remove a building and build the low-cost houses, and they don't.
Yeah.
Because now they are capable, allegedly, of that, of just not doing anything. So, zingasika iphethini lezakithi ezidla lokhuzana ukuthi kudliwa kanjani. Sizwile ke ngo Dr. Ashley, the allegation, the suspended doctor of the hospital of Tembisa CEO, allegedly passed away.
But apparently it happened a year ago. He passed on a year
apparently
ago.
it happened a year
Yes.
ago. We heard. These are things that you hardly hear, but it's there now.
And also remember that hospital burned down.
Yeah, the same hospital burned down. Probably the evidence is half burned, if there was any. Those are things. I mean, we had. What can we do? What can we do? Nothing. Right? We just passed it to you. Press the like button, please. And ngibonge lagu.
Mr. Fidel Adams also has comments on this whole 1.6 billion.
Oh, yeah? What is he saying? There's no way it happened.
No, he's actually saying that the National Colored Congress leader Fidel Adams, who was outside the City of Cape Town Civic Center on Wednesday afternoon, said, "As I promised you about a year ago that there was going to be many, many raids in the city. This is the first of many. The chickens are going to come home to roost. I'm telling you now that this is one giant financial crime scene." So those were his comments, end quote.
I like them. They are always at the right place at the right time.
So Fidel Adams.
I like that. Toban
But yeah, he
Dube.
doesn't like the DA apparently.
Thank you,
allegedly.
Toban Dube. Doesn't he?
Yes, that's what he says.
What is he part of the GNU?
Yes, no, he's not. He's a leader of a Smolanyana party that
He's
came
got a
into the
seat in-
elections,
in-
but he got a seat. The National Colored Congress. That's the name of the party that he's leading.
Okay. And it's not part of GNU?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not.
How come?
I don't know, but it's not a part of the GNU.
Because he probably would hold a position if he was Fair deal.
Adams. So it seems like he knew about this corruption, and he's happy that finally something is happening. But hey, the way when these high-profile cases are happening, and he's right, he's ready. He knows they're coming. This is very weird. But it's fine. It is what he does.
Oh, he must shine with that one.
He must shine. Yobana, this one, I don't have a problem with him. It is what it is after all, because it's always been like a myth that this other party is not capable of doing what the other party is doing. But it looks like 1.6 billion rand is now being investigated. We'll see where the investigations lead, but there's no faces.
Hlawulekani Mafumo. Oh, you are raising a good point. Maybe call. Let's hear that point. Really, let us get rid of tenders and rechannel all service delivery into insourcing.
Yes, please. This
do you
tendering
agree?
system.
Do you agree, Emin?
I agree with that.
How is that going to happen?
It needs to happen, isn't like yesterday. Like,
okay,
if you are hiring someone, hire them under the municipality. Let the municipality be the one to pay. Let it be insourcing of a skill or a company. Not this thing of
and
based
on your experience, who do you think is going to benefit from that?
People who have the skills and resources.
I'm talking to a seasoned economist here.
People who have, I'm not an economist. People who have skills and resources.
Yes. People who have skills and resources. And who
For
are those
who don't have, there are means to help them bridge the gap like they've always been.
What means are those ones?
Like the subsidies and stuff.
Subsidies?
Funding, go back to funding a business instead of giving out a tender.
Subsidize a business.
Yeah, subsidize.
What is the
business.
difference between subsidizing a business and giving it a tender?
At least when you've subsidized, you are holding them accountable to give them like conditions.
Yeah.
You're not just issuing out money.
Yeah.
And when they don't deliver, nothing happens.
A
At least when you
subsidy is
have a subsidy.
A subsidy is a free money.
Yes.
Yes.
But you can, I'm going to give an example with a farm and how the apartheid government did it with the Boers. And it worked because they were funding them to start farms, right? To buy the land, and then they would subsidize and fund for that farming to happen. And then afterwards, they lease, I think they lease them the land until after a certain amount of time, after they've provided the service, then they own the land. It falls under them.
Okay.
Something like that. We need to think like that, because this tender system
now
is
let
not
us
working.
be practical.
Okay.
I'm from the place that has a lot of sugar cane.
Okay, we're listening.
A lot of sugar cane. I'm talking a lot of sugar cane.
Yes.
So it used to be farmed by white people. Those who were speaking Afrikaans the most. And it happened that government during President Zuma's time, they gave the land back to the rightful owners.
Did they give them a subsidy as well?
And they gave them a subsidy. You know what happened? You know what happens?
What happened?
They start shooting each other as families.
What are you saying now? How can you shoot each other when you've got the land to work? You've got a farm. What are you telling me?
We used to walk to that place just to chow sugar cane. Proper stuff sugar cane. A-grade sugar cane. What I can tell you now, it looks like the place of cow grazing. It looks
Where's the
like
sugar cane?
It's gone. When you
So they're not farming the sugar cane.
obviously are not farming the sugar cane.
So what? I get it. That's where you government get in because the
And do
people
what?
are no longer
This is
doing
their
what
land.
you shouldn't have given them the land. You should have leased it.
But this is their land.
You should have leased that.
Remember, it belongs to the people. When you take it as government, you are not different than from the white people that took it.
So, Mr. Nana, what are you saying? The tender system must continue. This
trying
looting
to-
must continue.
I'm trying
What are you
to
saying?
I'm trying to make you understand that everything has pros and cons. So you are subsidizing me.
Yes.
Who said I'm not going to fail with that subsidy?
So I must also plan for
So
your
you're
failure.
gonna keep on, you're gonna keep on subsidizing different people. So a subsidy.
But I get it. There's a criteria that you can
I'm
put
saying
up.
it's either
What
you keep on,
experience do you have in
you
farming?
keep on subsidizing people because you're trying to bridge a gap between the white and black companies, because the white companies are probably going to come more prepared with capital and they are going to make sure that they get all these jobs. That's why they are
Yes.
vying for insourcing,
Yes.
because they know their companies are ready and they have finances everywhere. They're mushrooming. I'm talking about cleaning company. I'm talking about securities. I'm talking about everything that you can think of. They are there.
They're united.
So how then do you bridge the gap between the majority, which is black, and then the minority, which is white? That obviously, because of previous gains, they have capital beyond, what a normal person would have. One person is capable of actually supplying almost everything. So if you are going to use a criteria that is correct of insourcing, you're definitely going to insource the company that is well prepared and more experienced. And who's more experienced?
Obvious.
Who's more prepared?
Who
guarantees you no loss?
The boys, they are prepared.
Who guarantees you no loss?
Them.
Okay.
They get stuff done.
There you go.
Allegedly.
So you've got your answers why the majority is probably looking
But
for.
then what is the problem with us? Why would you get a farm, get a subsidy, and then now start killing each other? What is going on there?
It's because your forefathers owned the land, but you have never owned any land other than just being by blood. Then you own now the land of the
You are
forefathers.
supposed to just continue.
Continue
where
what?
Bas
You
left
continue
off
on what you
and
started.
just-
You continue what you started.
And just farm.
You don't
the
continue.
sugar cane.
You don't continue what you do not know anything about. For example, most of those people, they own taxis. You give them a subsidy, they go buy
They
a tax. It's
bring
profit
the-
for them.
The mentality of the taxi
They
business
go buy tax
to the
taxis,
farms.
put them at the rank. That's quick cash for them. They're not looking at planting sugar cane and wait for months and
God.
yeah. So
My hope. Benja, what do you propose? Keep the tender system
No.
going?
no, you stop the tender system by having government being part of the people. How do you embed the disadvantaged people and you incorporate the government in them? For example, if I'm going to say go farm, government must give me workers because they also have shares in it. Until they are sure that I've learned through whatever that I need to go through, even if I have to go to classes while I'm still benefiting, but to maintain the economy, because it disturbs the economy. I'm talking about places like in KZN, if you go to a show where it was a place of sugar cane, it was a place where people would actually, sugar cane is, Ilovo is that side. Right.
The sugar
so
brand.
yeah, and because the surrounding areas they had sugar cane, but that is fading away. People are taking those farms. What they are doing is they take them, They try for a year, they fail dismally because they don't know shit. Then they start giving it to people to build houses.
My God.
So if you go to, for example, from Melmort to Showe, places that were farms are now a place where houses, beautiful houses, mushrooming houses, you know, they are selling in those places for 15,000, a land for 15,000, 20,000. Those are things that are happening. We have taken a land that is very good, and then we've built houses there. Fertile land. That is us. You know, now I'm buying oranges. From where I come from, oranges were free.
Pick it from
you just
tree.
Pick it from the tree and eat a proper nice A-grade orange with a lot of water and proper sugar. Now, hey,
no wonder why the fruits in the grocery stores now are kind of weird. They don't rot.
Yeah. It's because we are exporting them now.
They're not fresh, not
we
really
are importing
fresh
them
per se, but
we are importing them.
Did you last back? I put an apple. It took over a month for it to rot, and I was so scared.
We are importing.
Like, what are we eating? What are we eating?
We are importing from countries that don't have any farming background.
I waited for that apple, Mr. Anonymous, to rot. I waited for it to rot. Yeah. The whole month, it was still looking
sharp, good, eatable. Well, I know a lot of things are capable of doing that.
What are we eating?
Crab. We're eating crab. So we cannot just give people
You've
stuff
made your point
without teaching them.
Yeah,
I mean, if we are doing that, we are applying for what happened in Zimbabwe, where they have land, but it becomes difficult to actually use
to run
it.
the land, and those who've got the skill are sabotaged.
They don't have money. Or they don't even have
capital
that land.
Or human capital. Human labor is also important, because now as people, we don't want to listen to someone who looks like us. We also have that tendency where we don't want to work for somebody who looks like us. We don't take them serious.
The only way you can actually deal with the economy that we are that we have in Africa is through government participating almost fully when it comes to these things. And that is now mean that you are going to rely on government to actually do the right thing. And in terms of finances, in terms of everything. Now, that is also the problem with us in South Africa. For example, to trust someone who deal with issues, because
the what administration is shocking.
So that's the only way. Other than that, you are just giving people the place so that they can return it back to the white people. That's what you are doing. You are just saying, go and fail, and then go back.
And then once you are done failing, sell the land a piece, 15K a piece. People build houses.
Exactly.
What are we going to eat?
We are lacking in terms of skills, because the thing of transforming the whole country into a working machine, you need to adopt the system of China. It starts with schooling. You need to start now teaching farming
at school
as a module, or in fact as a whole course, a proper course that is lucrative. Not just this thing of, if you go to farming, next thing you are wearing a shorts, a bukak and all that, trying to look like. You need to to create
from planting
is you need
a seed, the germination of a seed of different crops, how they grow. That in itself is a very important skill that many of us no longer have.
Yes.
As when you plant a certain type of seed, how do you start? How do you get it to produce that sprout?
Yes.
When do you transfer it to the land?
Yes.
When do you, after you've transferred it to the land, how do you take care of it? It's a trial and error situation.
Correct.
That you're gonna need time to develop. There was a farmer I saw who just recently started, and he was talking about potatoes. Farming potatoes. I had no idea it's so complicated. The way he was describing about the size of potatoes, the type of soil, you need to nourish the soil in a particular way to get particular types of potatoes. And he's like, if you want to start farming, it's best you start young, because if you're gonna wait till you're old, it's gonna be even more difficult, because you discover that actually you don't know anything about producing food.
And even if you are old, to start old is okay. But if you have enough capital to sustain you during those times when you are on a trial and error,
while you're figuring out what works and what doesn't work. And then he was speaking also about the worms in the soil. You need certain type of pesticides that don't interfere with the
food.
Quality of the food. It's a lot. And
so
also,
you are now giving that land to Umadala, who's taking over because of his forefathers. The man is probably 50, 60 years. You are giving him money. What do you think is going to happen?
Who is going to chow the money? He's going to live the life he's always dreamed of.
I think if I was the head of the state in South Africa, what I would have done during the process of taking the land and giving it back to the rightful owners. In that process, I would have said, borrow me this land, I give you money. Transaction, I'm not buying it, I'm not taking it as government, but I'm gonna rent it. You are renting it to me.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a certain amount of money monthly, which is most people will be happy about. But in return to that, give me a couple of your kids to teach to nature and take them to varsity so that they are interested in this process in the long run.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
But at the same time, I'm producing for the country. We're getting the food, we're getting the sugar if it's sugar, potatoes if it's potatoes, and I'm basically becoming business, because this is mixed economy in South Africa in any case. Government is expected to take part, regulate, or not only regulate, in fact, be part of the business or competition for some of the companies that are coming here. So it does not kill anyone. It does not waste any time, because you have skilled people, you have skills, kids that you've taken to school, you have scientists, you have everything. You are ready as government, more ready than just giving a land back to people so that it can be vacant for years to come. Then later you realize, actually, let me take this land. It's a waste of money, waste of time. And what has happened in many towns in KZN, that we're relying on these people, you see how economy, small nyana, microeconomy, has suffered. People who were selling food in towns are now struggling. Some towns, they look like a desert because they were small in nature. People knew each other around it. Yes. But they were relying on people who are from farms. People who are from...
bring them their fresh produce so that they can sell.
I remember where I grew up, my mother was a vendor in town. So so we grew up through that money. There were still white people in that area. So my mother would actually... Because I used to assist her sometimes in selling... You know, on good days, he would come back with 1,000 or so.
Wow.
Selling.
Back then.
Yeah, selling food.
Was a lot of money.
Selling food. And they come, these people, obviously do other legal stuff like buying beers, putting them on the bucket and then ice, and then they sell them under the table. And food is also around here. But it was vying that thing. It was proper. They could
fresh produce.
Yes, they could take us to school. I could travel to varsity through that man. Now, what government has done is giving land back to these people. I can tell you right now, whoever is still trying to follow that recipe of
selling
food so that they can take kids to varsity and what, they are struggling. They are struggling. What they have created is beggars. Because now you are expected to beg for NSFAS, you are expected to beg for grant, you are expected. Government, through the system that they've created beggars. We are just beggars. Most people are beggars. They are not ready to work. I used to tell my friends how I learned to be difficult when it comes to money. When my mother was doing that, when I was doing grade 7,
yes,
in fact I started grade 5. When it's Saturday,
yes,
I would go with my mother to town.
Yes.
So during those time, it was not famous this thing of pushing the trolleys for people. I get there in villages, they buy the 90 kg of meal. They buy in bulk basically. So you'd push maybe from a distance in Yana, you get the 10 rand. So Saturday I'd go there because it was a busy day Saturday and push. Maybe I would sleep with 100 rand to go back home. To go back home at the time, maybe it was like 10 rand, very cheap. So I've got money for days. Then
proactive.
There I learned that I had to share money with my mom. That's why I'm not a black tax person. I'm not gonna complain about black tax even today, because I learned that after doing that, I have to take that money and then share with my mother, and then she would give me a portion for me to go to school and chow at school. At the time, I didn't need much. 1 rand was enough for the whole day. In fact, a 50 cent. We started in 50 cent. 50 cent was enough.
Wow. Yeah. And you were still a child back then.
Yeah, I was still a child. So
you're telling 2K to do that. Oh my God.
Yeah, now they'll tell you that is disappointing. I mean, you're embarrassing them.
Yay!
So I used to. I used to push the trolleys, and then people used to, it was 3 of us in that town. 3 of us. There was this old man. I won't say his name. And then there was me. In fact, there was 2 of us. And then later on, we were joined by one guy. Things were flowing. Like money was there.
How to make money.
Hey, people from the farm, they get paid. They're buying food for their families, and then the others going to the farm with it. They're going back because they were staying there on the farms. They had places where they were staying. Some they even had families there. So you would push and get money and go back home with proper money. That's when then I started understanding this issue of money. And
you were still very young.
So I understood that money, you keep it, but also if you need to use it to make more money, that was something that I learned as a young kid. But now our kids, I don't think they will be capable of doing that unless we take a different route, because we are just giving them money. In fact, they are entitled.
They want it.
They're entitled. We were not entitled.
50 rand a day for lunch.
We were not entitled like them. Never. A budget. A budget of what? A budget of what? By whose saral? Because there was no saral at home when I grew up. There was no saral. We were relying on my mother to come back. Basically, we were living like this. We would wait for my mother to come back with something and then cook that thing. That's how we lived. And we grew up. I mean, there was no time where we slept without food.
Wow.
We ate. We were one of the few, in fact, that would chow bread almost Monday to Friday, which was not normal. Through my mother going to town and working, it was one of those difficult days. I bet in a school is coke. You would eat that bottom part of the pap and more it with no tea. With
Okay, I used to
umpupudlo, baba.
Umpupudlo, water and sugar.
Water and sugar.
Starch water.
Hey, starch water. Water and sugar fell. Shampoo pudlo. Putu lolu. If there's sugar and uputu, you'll eat proper stuff there. But you just mix uputu and sugar and put water there. Ushaya into abathi umqanqa ngesizulu. Ushaya umqanqa. Uma ngabe there are leftovers pap, you lot of it, because we used to cook in bags sometimes for the whole day. You put it on the bucket, you put water, you put sugar. You know what you are doing there? Have you eaten that thing? It stayed there, it stays for like 5 days or so. Then start having that sour taste.
It's fermenting.
But in Gonje, we more that thing.
It's actually good for the gut, but I think it's a probiotic now that we're learning we're adults. But back then we used to think it's poverty.
NKD that is Cambelane. Hey.
It is a probiotic. I'm only finding out now. I'm like, actually,
it was good because we were strong. We were strong,
It's actually the healthiest food you can ever start your day with.
And
fermented food.
I think when I grew up, even my brother, they were chowing what we call ingwang.
What is that now?
It's the same stuff. You take meal, put it on the water, leave it there. The same way you leave the thingy. And then cook it maybe after 2-3 days. Then it's sour after you cook it. You don't need these things, your tartaric and whatnot,
and vinegar
and all that. They used to create that thing. And then with muringwang as a kid, you grow up eating that thing. Even now, my mother, when she sees my kid, is like, hey, this kid is too thin. You know, they believe that you should be chubby as a kid. Yeah, but those are things that we used to grow up eating, and we grew up. We are fine. We are good. We are good. Nothing's wrong. But yeah.
But that's another light to think about for me when it comes to getting rid of this tender situation and a substitute that will work for us.
Government must intervene and government must be responsible. It must be government that is actually intending to help people. Because if you don't have that type of intent, it is tempting to actually, even after farming, take the whole money and misuse it. It is very tempting.
Yes.
You know, and at this point in time, our government has just given these people who have capital a chance. No one is contesting them. They are chowing, they are doing whatever. Hence, our prices, we are ran as if it's a capitalist country. This is not a pure capitalist country, this one.
No.
We have element of capitalism. But government must play their role when it comes to the system.
Yes.
Because it's a mixed. We cannot obviously redistribute the wealthy of this country through capitalism. What we are creating through capitalism is minority holding the funds forever, which is most people, the minority part, they are interested in that part. This is not a capitalist country. This is a mixed economic country. We have element of capitalism, and those elements are now overshadowing the elements that should be there for economy that is mixed like this. Like we should have elements of communism also.
Yeah. Did you hear about the Chinese Minister of Agriculture?
No.
Who got a penalty, an unaliving sentence.
What did he betray the country?
He took briberies worth millions from various offices. So he's been given that sentence for corruption. His name is Tang Rengjian.
There you go. Those are countries that are serious. South Africans also discuss democracy.
He was a minister, a very, very important minister.
But in Ngege, we can't have that system here. You know, that is
they will frame
to actually have that type of a system. You need to have this autocratic way of leading that people are bashing, but it seems to be working. If you have people that are interested in the interest of country and protecting the country, in growing the country, everything should be based on the interest of the country. But if you have a political party, it becomes an issue. You know, sometimes in our own life, I wish that one day we vote properly and then a proper person will say, I'm tired of this thing. Once they become the president, they just decide not to move and they say, now I'm changing everything.
Yes.
As long as you have the interest of country at heart, that's good. That's good. This thing of democracy, we're going to... that thing is a failure, in fact. I've never seen it working properly. Because even the countries that are advocating, in fact, are the fathers of it. If you look at how they are ran like an autocratic country.
It's just that they don't know that they're being run like that. Is that what you're saying?
They don't know.
And the fact that in some countries you need 3 jobs to survive.
Exactly. That's the same way for the autocratic country.
3 jobs. Just to buy yourself food and pay your rent.
As long as we still have to discuss the issues and sit around the table with the same people that dribbled us, it becomes a serious problem.
And there's so much time wasted.
How we are going to redistribute the economy that we have. A very lucrative economy, to say the least. But unfortunately, it's going to be hard, very hard, because we even have what we call clever blacks now, who think alike. They think alike, unfortunately. But Emily, guys, thank you. I just wanted to mention one person who gifted us. It was Toban Dube. Thank you. God bless you, Toban Dube. We saw Ngulungula Busis. Of which we are closing. Press the like button. It has been a journey. Let us see what we have tomorrow.